Welcome back. Richard Southern joins us now. Richard, let's start off with some encouraging housing news, something we haven't heard much of in recent years. We're starting to see some positive change to mortgage rates.
Yeah, good to see you, Mark. Mortgage rates actually heading lower in Canada now. The 5-year fix, believe it or not, at its lowest level since last May. So some relief here after a big run-up for these mortgage prices. The 5-year fixed rates, they're hovering around 4.99% right now for insured, about 5.59% for uninsured. This is, as it always is, tied to the Canadian 5-year government bond yield, which has been looking a little bit better lately, the result of the fact that many are expecting the Bank of Canada to cut interest rates in the first half of next year. So that's really driving these rates lower, the expectation that the Bank of Canada is going to take out its scissors and maybe cut rates in the coming months. Still, many mortgage brokers, they're saying the majority of their customers are opting for variable rate mortgages, which are in the 6 to 7% neighborhood. Many apparently willing to ride out the next little while in the hopes that we will see the Bank of Canada cut rates. So bottom line here, Mark, mortgages looking a little bit cheaper. That's a good thing for many.
Okay, with just over 4 shopping days left before Christmas, I don't know if you have your shopping done at this point. I still have a few things left to go. We're learning that many people are actually cutting back on gift buying this year.
I think it's going to be you and I, Mark, as we always do at the Eaton Center on the 24th together.
Right
5
across
o'clock.
the street. It's very convenient.
Yeah, we'll see you there. People, though, there more people than ever, I think, this year are kind of cutting back, trying to downsize their Christmas, what with all the financial pressures. New survey found 4 in 10 are downsizing the holidays. 16% of parents are not getting gifts for each other. 24% are putting a stop to buying presents for people outside their immediate family. 18% are not sending Christmas cards. Do people send Christmas cards still, Mark? Apparently so.
Email is certainly cheaper, that's for sure.
That's for sure. 20% are putting a present limit in place. And when it comes to dinner, 1 in 10 are buying a smaller turkey or opting for something cheaper altogether. Is any of this ringing true for you, Mr. McAllister?
At this point, although many families are adopting the Secret Santa approach as well. Everybody buys one gift for one other person. That cuts back at the same time.
I'm cutting, no offense to you, I'm cutting Mark McAllister out of the list. I like you, but it's a financial thing, Mark.
Of course, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm glad you understand.
All right, let's move on then very quickly. Richard, a universal basic income strategy showing some signs of success in California. Perhaps that's something that could work here in Ontario.
That's right. I mean, when Doug Ford took office just over 5 years ago, he canceled a trial on this front that was going on in Ontario. What they did in California was they gave 100 unhoused people, 100 homeless people, $750 per month. The study found that after 6 months, those who received the stipend were less likely to report being unsheltered and said they were closer to having money to meet all their basic needs. It found that those receiving the cash spent most of it, 36% of the share on average, on food. Only 2% on average was spent on things like alcohol or cigarettes or drugs. It's the latest in a series of basic income experiments that appear to show some serious benefits to just giving people in need cash. So certainly I'm sure a lot of people here in Ontario will perhaps be looking to experiment with this, which has many people lately talking, basic human income, Mark.
Yes, and certainly many people looking for many different solutions to our homeless problem right now. Thanks, Richard.